Hi everyone, this is Ocean County Library's Teen Services Department. We want you to know that although we miss visiting you in your schools, we still have great summer reading recommendations for you. Stay tuned to hear about some of our favorite books we think you should read for your summer reading assignments.
When Anna Saccone takes a summer job nannying in a small town in the Hamptons, she has no idea what she has gotten into. Her arrival is preceded by the murder of a local girl, a girl who Anna bears more than a passing resemblance to. As earnestly as Anna investigates Zoe's mysterious death, the more she is held responsible for it. But to local podcast host Martina Green, her confession story is not adding up. Thrilling psychological suspense awaits readers of this murder mystery, where appearances are not all they seem to be.
White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. Mari and her blended family are looking for a fresh start. That opportunity comes in the form of a new, slightly abandoned town in the Midwest, Cedarville, vastly different from Mari's West Coast life. As Mari deals with her own personal demons, weird things begin to happen around the house. Missing objects, doors opening by themselves. When the haunted situations continue to grow, Mari begins to seek answers, learning the town's violent past and that this house and this fresh start might end badly for everyone. Described as Candyman meets Get Out, this summer read is perfect for anybody who loves horror movies, ghost stories, and anything that will keep you churning until the very last page. Fly by Night by Tara O'Connor. Dee is returning to her childhood home after her twin sister goes missing. Determined to find out what happened to Beth, when the police seem to be no help, Dee learns more about her sister's life, including her mysterious boyfriend, her work in protecting the endangered Pine Barrens of New Jersey, and where she was the night she disappeared. Those who are familiar with New Jersey folklore know when you mention the Pine Barrens comes along the Jersey Devil. Find out what exactly happened to Beth and how the Jersey Devil is involved in this graphic novel by New Jersey author and illustrator Tara O'Connor. This is perfect for fans of Weird New Jersey and especially mysteries.
It's another night covering for Nick. Nick, who spends all of her time with her drug-dealing boyfriend. Another night, and Jay is tired of it. So when she calls, he hangs up. But then Nicole doesn't return home for days. Filled with guilt and worry, 16-year-old Jay Murphy sets out on a mission to search for his sister when no one else will. When You Look Like Us by Pamela Harris tells the powerful story of a community often forgotten and overlooked.
Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. Talon, a mute refugee in the last free nation of Mara, is a striker. As a soldier bent on defending her people from ghosts, monstrously modified humans created by the Federation, Talon does everything she can to be Mara's last defense. With the arrival of a mysterious man known as the Sky Hunter, it throws everything Talon knows off, as he may be the key to destroying the Federation or destroying Mara forever. This read is perfect for science fiction and dystopian readers alike.
On May 4th, 1970, college students at Kent State University faced a day that was unlike any other. While the Vietnam War raged on, student activists let their voices be heard. When the Ohio National Guard was called in to intervene at a student-organized protest, it would end up becoming fatal for 4 young activists. Kent State is a well-researched and immersive story told from multiple perspectives, each painting a fuller picture of the infamous student protests for peace that brought the bloody battlefield in Vietnam closer to home than ever before. This hard-hitting historical novel guides readers through a painful but poignant true story of power, unrest, and the many consequences of war. Steamed buns, matcha cookies, bubble tea, and romance. When independently minded high school senior Liza Yang refuses each of her mother's attempts to set her up with a nice Asian boy, she finds herself in the middle of a bittersweet situation. When Liza wants to prove to her mom that she's more than just a rebel, she agrees to judge the family bakery's junior baking competition. Little does she know when she arrives that every single contestant is an eligible Asian boy. Will Liza find her matcha made in heaven or push back against her mother's matchmaking scheme? A Taste for Love is a story of expectations, family, and love in the sweetest of places.
Oklahoma, 1927. As the era of the Wild West was on its way out, oil was discovered beneath the land of the Osage people, propelling them to extreme wealth. With extreme wealth came extreme dangers as one by one, mysterious and unexplained deaths befell the native people. As the death count rose, so did attention, soon hitting the FBI as they launched an investigation that included the Bureau's young director, a former Texas Ranger, and a Native American agent determined to discover the cause of these deaths and the conspiracy behind it all. This young reader's edition of the 2017 book of the same name reads quicker with an easy-to-access glossary. Soon to be turned into a major motion picture by Martin Scorsese, this is perfect for fans of true crime and untold histories of America.
Evie Thomas has given up on love. When she donates all of her favorite romance books to a little free library, she finds a book that leads her to a small LA dance studio that's desperate to win the upcoming LA Dance Ball. Soon, Evie is practicing with X, the charismatic grandson of the dance studio's owners. But it's complicated. Ever since she found the book, she's also been able to see how other people's romantic relationships will begin and how they will end. How will Evie handle her friendships and relationships when she sees how quickly life can take her strongest bonds away in an instant? Instructions for Dancing is a witty, touching, and sometimes heartbreaking romance that will leave you wanting to dance and not let go. June 1st, 1921, Tulsa, Oklahoma. When a community of innocent residents in a thriving black neighborhood is brutally attacked, their homes, businesses, and even churches looted and burned to the ground by white community members. Where does the pain from these memories go? What can be said about a history that's long been whispered, kept silent, kept invisible? This compassionate and dynamic nonfiction account offers perspective on a painful moment in American history, one whose echoes still haunt our present day.
They say only the good die young, but that's just a line in a stupid song we used to sing. It isn't real, it isn't true. I know that because Shayla Arnold was so many things. Brilliant and funny, confident and wild, but honestly, she wasn't all that good. Private school, perfection, players. Jill is a senior and a player, a member of Gold Coast Prep's most exclusive, not so secret society. She's ready to end her academic career with a bang, taking advantage of all the perks that come with her status. That is, until the murder of her best friend comes back to haunt her. What felt like a closed case from freshman year is opened when Jill begins to receive texts that cause her to second guess herself. Was Shayla really murdered by her boyfriend? Read They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman to find out. I'm learning that it's good to think about what scares you, to bring it into the light, even to hold it in your hands if you can, and feel how it can't hurt you anymore. To think of it and say, I am not afraid. When Mila gets an opportunity to start over, she jumps at the chance. Just about to age out of the foster care system, Mila is offered a job on an isolated farm in California. In an attempt to escape her troubled past, the setting and the sense of community create the sanctuary Mila has been looking for. That is, until she learns about the ghosts. Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour follows Mila as she finds a way to face her ghosts, both present and past.
Japantown, San Francisco, California, 1942. Life has changed dramatically for a group of teens growing up in the shadow of the Pearl Harbor attacks. Before this, they were just normal kids trying to do well in school and in their community. Now they face the unimaginable as they are taken to the Topaz incarceration camp in Utah. When loyalties between countries and between each other come into question, how will they retain the bonds that once held them together? Inspired by the author's own family history, We Are Not Free is a moving and authentic portrayal of life inside the U.S.'s Japanese internment camps and inside the minds of those who lived it.
The most important four-letter word in our history will always be love. That's what we're fighting for. That's who we are. Love is our legacy. The Chandler Legacies by Abdi Nizamian is filled with engaging characters anyone can find a piece of themselves in. This generation's Dead Poets Society, a group of unlikely friends at a boarding school, become part of an exclusive writing group and use their voices to challenge the dark secrets of their school. Each character has their own reasons for fighting back, and their need to reveal the truth brings them together. But will the aftermath of their work tear them apart? Check out the Chandler Legacies today and find out.
Tayen is 13 years old and has a crush on his best friend Julian. While him and his mother are close, he struggles with how to share with her his feelings as she has a difficulty with English and there's no Vietnamese word for gay. For now, he strengthens their connection through the intricate fairy tales he checks out from his local library. With beautiful artwork that floats off the page, The Magic Fish by Trung Le Nguyen is perfect for those who love reading graphic novels, LGBTQ stories, and family relationships.
Looking for more recommendations? Check out our podcast, Waves of YA, where librarians get together to talk about books based on an episode theme, and sometimes we're even joined by a cool guest or two. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. All of the books we talked about today can be found physically in the library or as an ebook or audiobook through our Libby and Hoopla apps. Happy reading!
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.